This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Checking off the boxes on your to-do list is a great feeling. And when it comes to checking off coverage, a State Farm agent can help you choose an option that's right for you. Whether you prefer talking in person, on the phone, or using the award-winning app, it's nice knowing you have help finding coverage that best fits your needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Lowe's knows how to get you ready for holiday hosting with up to 35% off select home decor. And get up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, members get free delivery, haul-away, basic installation, parts, and a 2-year Lowe's protection plan when you spend $2,500 or more on select LG major appliances. Valid through 10/1. Member offer excludes Massachusetts, Maryland, Wisconsin, New Jersey, and Florida. Installed by independent contractors. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com for more details.
There's a reason Chevy trucks are known for their dependability, because they show up no matter the weather, push forward no matter the terrain, and deliver. That's why Chevrolet has earned more dependability awards for trucks than any other brand in 2025, according to J.D. Power. Because in every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard. Visit Chevy.com to learn more. Chevrolet received the highest total number of awards among all the trucks in the J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Study. Awards based on 2022 models. Newer models may be shown. Visit JDPower.com/awards for more details. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
This is the Dan Batard Show with the Stugotz podcast.
This show is sponsored by Liquid IV. Don't let the grind drain you. Ditch the glitch with zero sugar and zero crash from Liquid IV Tear. Pour, live more. Go to liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first order with code Dan at checkout. That's 20% off your first order with code Dan at liquidiv.com. It's energy that hits different, balanced, steady, and smooth. Thanks to that L-theanine, the caffeine. It's called caffeine. I say caffeine. Zero sugar, 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, plus 5 essential vitamins. They got strawberry, kiwi, blackberry lemonade. I keep it with me all the time. Go to the gym, when you travel, when you work, because it's simple. Tear, pour, mix, you're good.
Put it on the poll, please, Juju. Is 2-Minute Mayfield a good nickname, yes or no? Greg Cody shocked us during the break. He is 70 years old, and he informed us he's never had Gatorade.
I don't get it, man. Like when you were doing something athletic over the last 40 years.
Yeah, ever heard of water?
Okay,
that is rich coming from you. I can't get you to drink water. All you drink is Diet Coke and coffee, Diet Coke, and beer.
Okay,
that's what you drink.
I have cut out Diet Coke to a large extent. Mostly it's just not coffee and beer.
Good.
Okay, so don't get that wrong.
Yeah.
Right, but Gatorade's also $1 billion business. Like you can't say, oh, but what about water?
Yeah.
People are drinking Gatorade.
I know, it's $1 billion business despite no business for me. Look, if I had a Gatorade drink when I was 17, I don't remember it. I've never been a Gatorade drinker. To my knowledge, to my memory, I have never had a Gatorade. Why is that weird?
I do think it's odd. Put it on the poll at Le Batard Show. Is it strange for a 70-year-old man to say he's never once tasted Gatorade?
I mean, but Gatorade was introduced in 1965.
Yeah.
You would assume if it was introduced in 1965, it wasn't very widespread, and it wasn't like around the nation where every store had it and every athlete was drinking it. So it's possible that Greg's age of athleticism was prior to the dominance of Gatorade.
It's just hard to believe that someone who's 497 in dog years has never had Gatorade.
Well, he told us earlier he's never sweat. He doesn't sweat anymore.
Right.
So
he gave it up.
Well, then you don't need it.
So why would I? Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
Lucy was shocked. Lucy was shocked. She made the face that Lucy made when she learned that you've never tasted Gatorade was a combination of horror and surprise.
Yeah, the others, they all learned from me. But doesn't Gatorade have sugar? Mm-hmm. Okay, so congratulate me. Why would I drink a bunch of sugar?
Have you had Powerade?
No. God,
Have you had Four Loko?
I don't know what that is.
Lucy, what are your thoughts here?
That's crazy. Actually, I have like a different takeaway. How did you stop drinking Diet Coke? I'm like addicted and like a little worried about how much I need Diet Coke.
I used to drink a ton of it. Actually,
it was your coffee at one point. Did you not drink coffee at one point? Because I just remember you like in the morning, like Diet Coke cans everywhere.
I would drink a Diet Coke the minute I got up. It was my coffee for a time.
Before you brush your teeth or after?
Probably after. But here's the thing. I give Chris Cody credit. I think you were in high school at the time.
When all the news was coming out of how bad Diet Coke was for you, I gave my dad a lot of shit about it.
And he actually convinced me to wean myself off of Diet Coke.
Now he drinks 7 cups of coffee.
Yeah, and then beer because it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Miller Lite.
You know, I'm drinking coffee all afternoon. It's ridiculous. I'm drinking coffee at 4:30.
But Gatorade, have you ever heard of water?
Yeah, he did hit you with that.
I mean,
at Batard Show.
no sugar in water.
At Batard Show, is it disgusting to drink Diet Coke for breakfast? Lucy, we were talking college football here before you came on, and I was saying that very few teams have anybody they've actually beaten. It's a criticism you can file on just about anybody. And the team that I saw this weekend that was the best was Texas Tech. I was floored that Will Hammond is better than their starting quarterback. Their backup quarterback looked a good deal better than their starter.
No, and that's crazy because Baron Morton was like one of the leading passers in the FBS last year. Texas Tech is the most like just obvious example of if you spend money, good things will happen to you. And Texas Tech is in a much better position than most schools because they have like, you know, Texas money, oil donors, and they're able to do that. But this was such a clear example of, okay, they went out over the market during the offseason, bought a new defensive coordinator, bought a new defense, and they looked really, really good. They are a tough team to compete with in the Big 12, and I know the Big 12 is crazy right now, but like Texas Tech, man, that's a life lesson. Spend a lot of money, be rich, good things will happen to you.
Can you see a scenario where the Big 12 gets multiple teams in the playoff?
No, because I think the Big 12 will cannibalize itself. Right now, if I had to look at the Big 12 and say, okay, here are 2 teams I think could make it in, it would be Texas Tech and Iowa State. But like Dan mentioned earlier, like you look at Iowa State and you're like, okay, well, that Kansas State win, that was supposed to be really good. That's not that good. Then Iowa win, that's not that good. The Big 12 just does this thing every year where they just like completely just like they're parasitic of one another. And so I think we'll only get one team in the Big 12. And I think it's going to be Texas Tech specifically because they have a very easy schedule.
For those listening who have never been to Texas Tech, it is all tumbleweed. They are buying softball players as well. Explain to me how it is. It's just oil money? Texas Tech is now going to be serious about athletics that spends in a way that's, I mean, Texas gets everything and everyone they want. Texas Tech is in that game?
Yeah, so they have one rich donor. I can't remember exactly what he does, but he has like more money than any person ever needs. And he's like, you know what? I'm just going to spend it on the Red Raiders. Let's go. And that's fine. If that's what you want to spend your money on, hell yeah. So they just have like a small group of incredibly rich alumni and fans who are spending money on this, and it's clearly working.
Lucy, how good is John Mateer?
I think John Mateer is really good. I think right now he kind of feels like the Heisman favorite, but my takeaway from that Oklahoma-Auburn game was, oh man, Auburn can't give up 10 sacks. Can't give up 10 sacks in one game. That's not good. Also, my takeaway from this was like, I think Oklahoma made the right call in moving on from Jackson Arnold. He's had a couple moments this season. I thought that Baylor game was pretty good, and he really showed off how he can use his legs. But it's very clear that Oklahoma has upgraded at the quarterback position, and Auburn is still an incredibly stupid football team.
Lucy, that was a record for Oklahoma for sacks, and I honestly thought it was a lot more than 10. They had 8 at the half, and I think the statistician got some numbers wrong. Like, I really felt like there were more sacks in the second half than there were in the first.
I think like so much of it was like, I don't know. Auburn was supposed to have like a pretty decent offensive line coming into this season. Jackson Arnold would just sit there and he'd just take his sweet time. Like he's reminiscing on the old days. He's like, oh my God, do you remember when I was back here in Norman? And then bam, he would get hit. And the thing about those sacks is a lot of them were like mean, nasty, like hate-filled. We remember what you did to our team sacks. It was just like one of the more physical things I've ever seen.
Wisconsin this weekend, I was expecting more out of Wisconsin. How and why? And I don't very often expect anything out of Wisconsin. Why is Wisconsin so bad?
Dude, the Wisconsin is such a fascinating team. One, they are like kind of the reverse of Texas Tech, where in this day in NIL, they haven't really spent the money. They haven't been a team that's really increased the money they're putting into their football program. So a few years back when they made that Luke Fickell hire, which we all thought was an amazing hire, we all thought that was phenomenal and going to be like one of the best sort of like hires of that offseason. Luke Fickell came in and said, you know what I'm going to do, guys? You know what I'm going to do? The air raid at Wisconsin. Hope you like it. And everyone was like, are you sure? Like, is that a good idea? Are you really 100% confident in that? And so they completely destroyed their offense, ruined the entire identity of that football team, which always has had a strong identity. Wisconsin has always been a good football team. They've always been great defense, run the ball, and then Luke Fickell came, blew the whole thing up, and now they are a truly terrible football team because they completely tried to change their identity. They're trying to change it back. And in the meantime, I know this is not a good example after what happened this weekend, but Brett Bielema, Illinois, Iowa, these schools have gone in and taken those guys that Wisconsin used to get, and they are a completely lost football program. Luke Fickell got a weird 1-year extension in the offseason, but I don't foresee Wisconsin winning another game this season with how bad they are.
Speaking of Illinois, can you still be ranked when you lose by 50?
Shouldn't be. That was the ass kicking of all ass kickings. It was such a statement win, which a lot of people were like, oh my God, it's like Kurt Signetti trying to be screw you to Brett Bielema just because they both have really big personalities. But I think Indiana has taken this sort of you didn't belong in the playoff conversation kind of personally. Okay, we'll rank you again this season, but you're going to be in the 20 range because we really don't believe in. That was just insane. Illinois never should have been a top 10 team ever. That was a team that won a lot of games last year, but they won a lot of games by they needed 5 fourth quarter comebacks. They were just getting really lucky in a lot of situations. Illinois is a fine football team, but I think Indiana is a really, really good one.
Lucy, we were debating whether Miami or Florida State has really proven themselves yet. How do you see that 2 versus 8 matchup in Tallahassee turning out?
Miami's in such a weird spot because it's kind of with the way the ACC is played out with SMU is probably not as good as they once were. Clemson is not very good. It's kind of a 1-game season right now at this point for Miami because they've proven that with their improvements on defense, the chance of them blowing a dumb game is always there. It always exists. But I don't think it's as likely. So this game means a lot. Right now I have to lean with Miami. I just think that they are top 3 most talented team in the country. Carson Beck, he's not he's not winning games, but he's not losing games. You have a defense that has really, really improved. They're just a really sound football team. And I just I still feel we're early enough in the season where I don't really know how good everybody is. I don't know how good Alabama is, so I don't really know how good Florida State is. But I feel pretty confident that I know Miami is very, very good.
Nebraska, incidentally, is now 0-29 in their last 29 games against ranked opponents. Wow. They haven't won. Wow. They have not won a game against a ranked opponent in 10 years.
Wow. It is awesome. They are the funniest football team. They haven't had a positive turnover margin since 2016. I don't know what. True. No, it 100%.
Oh, you mean for the season, or I just thought you meant in
for the
a
season.
Game. Okay, I thought you meant in a game. I'm like that.
Honestly, as far as I know, it's the season, but that might be possible with just how unlucky that football team is. And during that game, when that Hail Mary hit, I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is the turning of the tide. The Nebraska is now going to be a lucky football team. They've put up with 10 years of this crap to finally, have things go their way. And then, of course, it all went downhill. They gave up a ton of chunk run plays to Michigan. That is just a team that I don't know what they did. I don't know what God they pissed off, but there is something fundamentally cursed about Nebraska football.
Lucy, your guess right now, which conference would have the most playoff teams and how many?
I think that the SEC will have the most playoff teams, not because I think they deserve to have the most playoff teams, but because I think that's just the way things roll. I think the Big Ten is the better conference. I think there are more playoff contenders within there. So what? There's 12 teams in the playoff, 5 automatic bids. I think it'll probably be 4 SEC teams, not counting the automatic bids.
Anything else stand out from the weekend for you? I thought the best game was Arkansas-Memphis.
Arkansas-Memphis was stupid. And we're actually going to Arkansas next week, or this weekend, which is exciting. Woo pig suey. Arkansas, that is Arkansas and Nebraska are in the same kind of boat with me. They're both just incredibly cursed programs across the board. That punch out, it just only would happen to Arkansas.
Hey everyone, it's Mike Ryan. One thing about me that everybody knows, I absolutely love Miller Lite. You know what else I love? You. That's right, you. Listening on your way to work right now, wondering whether or not today is the day to tell your boss what you really think of the new reports he needs filled out every week. I absolutely love you. That's why I'm thrilled to tell you that we are again partnering with Miller Lite to give you a chance to play along with Weekend Observations. Starting September 22nd, you'll be able to go to DraftKings.com and guess what will happen during Weekend Observations on the show Monday, September 29th. How many beeps will there be? Who's the first person to interrupt? How many people will talk about the U's chances to win a national title? Spoiler alert, definitely me. The winner will get a trip for you and a guest to come to Miami and hang with us at Flanagan's for Thursday Night Football on October 30th, and a visit to the studio to see a taping of the show. Make sure you go to DraftKings and play free to win, and then tune in to the show and check out how you did. Must be 21 plus to enter. Eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details. Howdy, folks. It's Mike Ryan, and I know it's early in the NFL season, but it has shown you exactly why the NFL is indeed king sport in the United States of America. Great games, incredible matchups, in-demand tickets for these high-profile games. Oftentimes, these games are sold out, and you're left with the secondary market. Well, let me tell you about my go-to on the secondary market, the official ticketing partner of the Dan Le Batard Show. I'm talking, of course, about Game Time. Game Time's amazing for a lot of different reasons. Zone deals, panoramic seat views, the low price guarantee, and Game Time's unparalleled ticket coverage. I'm an NFL free agent, so I'm always looking for the biggest games, and Game Time makes it so easy to peruse the app. One of my favorite features is fees are always included. What you see is what you pay, and that is hugely important when you're traveling abroad to catch the game du jour. Take the guesswork out of buying NFL tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code DAN and get $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code DAN for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today.
What does Zyn give you? Not just smoke-free nicotine satisfaction, but real freedom. Freedom to do what you love and choose your rewards. With Zyn Rewards, you can redeem points for premium tech, outdoor gear, and gift cards to your favorite retailers. Find your Zyn and keep finding rewards that fit your lifestyle at zyn.com/rewards. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Dall Le Batard.
I want to talk to Hannah, the astrophysicist, and I want to make bets with her.
She's so smart.
No, but
Not Ian.
I want to, no. No. See, this is what I want to do with our show. No, don't let Billy's team of dumb demons spew all over the bottom of this company and piss all over the show. No.
Stugotz.
Ian broke down everyone that was drafted on the offensive line except centers because the Jets didn't need one.
Let's have Ian go against the astrophysicist head to head. And let's see, let's put some money on it. You're informed idiot or Lucy's actually smart person who doesn't know anything. But at least we're going to choose an astrophysicist and not Taylor's roommate who's not named Ian.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
I do want to talk about something that's completely un-college football related if you guys want it.
Sure, but first let's show you and listen to Michigan's interim coach, Biff, after
Hold on, no, we don't have that yet. They're having technical issues.
Okay, let's not do that then. Let's go to what it is that Lucy was saying then. Let's do that.
Apparently, TikTok has told me that today is the Rapture.
I heard about that yesterday.
Yeah!
It snuck up on us again.
I can't wait.
It's
Every
crazy.
Rapture, I never know about it.
And I got some tips from some of the Rapture people. So, don't wear skirts. Don't wear skirts because you're going to float up, and you don't want your skirt to float up. That would be embarrassing.
I don't know. If you're getting called up for the Rapture, do you actually care about the skirt at that point?
Well, because all the people who didn't get called up for the Rapture, they're going to be below, and they're going to be looking up.
Right.
And you're like, oh, you don't want to see that. And number two, don't grab onto anything because you're going to go around in the air. We're all getting prepped for it in different ways. But those are the tips I have to give you guys. Happy Rapture. I won't see you next week.
You know, speaking of TikTok, me and Jeremy wanted to start a new segment called The Internet Can Be Fun Sometimes. And this is a guy doing onside kicks in his kitchen.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he's doing this on the first take. I'm sure this isn't multiple takes where he just edits it together, but it is just adorable.
Who cares? It's the coolest. He's doing onside kicks into all sorts of different stuff, and he's really good at it. It's really nice. Sometimes the internet can be great. Not a great place these days, but sometimes it could be great.
That's very cool. He's definitely getting called up for the Rapture.
I was just going to ask you if you could judge who's going to survive the Rapture and who would not. You would not?
I'll be here.
I don't think I'm going to get called up because I only found out about the Rapture 2 days ago, and I feel like you would have to know about it ahead of time to get called up for the Rapture. But I think that guy's going to make it for sure because he just has talent. And I think that God wants the talent.
I would think that the people that get called up for the Rapture are surprised by it so that they don't have enough time to try to do fake preparation to trick God, you know? So like you're probably in a good like position here to get called up because God knows you're not now doing like these false nice things just to survive the rapture.
Oh, that is a good point. But then I feel like maybe I have subconsciously over the last 2 days tried to be a nicer person because I want to go. Well, here's the thing. I don't know if I want to go up to the rapture.
Does it depend on who goes up? Like, do you need
It depends on who goes up. I don't like the idea of floating through the air. That makes me uncomfortable. I don't like the lack of control. Also, I want to bring my stuff.
You don't zip line or anything? You won't do anything up in the air that is adventurous?
I mean, I take a flight to a different college town every week.
Not adventurous.
Oh. Depends on how you look at it.
Wait, we ziplined together in Las Vegas.
That was the worst thing I've ever done with this show.
Dude, Lucy was honestly the bravest of the bunch when we were ziplining. Like, if she looked over at me and Chris and she's like, what the hell's wrong with these people? Because we were like, can we go? Because they kept us strapped to the thing for honestly like a good 20 minutes because the camera crew
I would have said
wasn't
an
ready.
hour.
They were about to unstrap us and then have other people go because it took the camera crew so long to set up on the other side.
I have never been more of a diva. I was just like, this is ridiculous. Yeah. I've been dangling up here for 20 minutes.
Yeah, and it was raining. It was a whole thing. How are you in caves?
Yeah.
Oh, no, absolutely
Wait, so hold on
not.
a second. Like, you have to decide, like, at heaven or hell. Do you want to be, like, in the caves of hell, or do you want to be in the heights of heaven?
Maybe there's a third option.
Oh,
a third option.
I thought the rapture was just everybody else goes up and the rest of us stay here. Like, traffic's going to clear up. I'm definitely not going up for the rapture. I'm actively celebrating Rosh Hashanah, so they're not going to call me up. But ultimately, like, there will be some benefits for us if we're still staying here
Less
on Earth.
traffic.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it'll be nice to the drive into work. And I got to imagine there's still some of us who are going to be here. I mean, let's be real.
Lucy, Bruce Pearl getting called up for the Rapture?
Oh, Bruce Pearl is not getting called up. So if you guys haven't heard, Bruce Pearl announced his retirement from college basketball. He's stepping down as the Auburn coach with a couple weeks left before the season starts, which is convenient because his son will now be taking over that program. I won't say anything about the timing, whatever. I'm sure it worked out really perfectly that Auburn would not have been able to find another head coach. So now it's his son, Steve. Bruce
He works hard.
Yeah, he does. He does. Steve does. Bruce, I don't know how to put this delicately. He's going to go into politics. He's pretty much said it, that he wants to run for a Senate seat or the Alabama governor seat, which is just the last thing we need. Like, that's why I'm really looking forward to the Rapture, because like it's just going to be done and we don't even have to go through this Bruce Pearl like trying to be a politician phase. And he's already been loud with his opinions and you can kind of guess which way those go, but I don't know what it is with Auburn coaches leaving their sport to become politicians, but it's got to stop. We got to knock it off.
He's going to be a Hall of Famer, right? Bruce Pearl?
Yeah. For sure. He's the leadingest or the winningest head coach in Auburn basketball history. He was really, really good there. Good enough that you're like, why don't you stay and not make everyone's lives worse?
Lucy, I've never heard this asked or answered before, but is Bruce Pearl any relation to Minnie Pearl?
Who's Minnie Pearl?
Greg, your questions today?
The comedian from the 50s and 60s?
Oh, yes, Minnie Pearl, who I'm super, super familiar with. I believe they're cousins.
Nice.
I can confirm that, yeah.
We're breaking news.
I don't believe they are. No, that's not confirmed. It's not accurate. I don't.
Steve Pearl doesn't roll off the tongue like Bruce Pearl does.
She was on a TV show called Hee Haw?
Yes. It's all coming around. Yes.
Minnie Pearl was born in 1912.
Damn right she was.
Damn, she probably never had Gatorade either.
Yes. Well put.
We're going out to get Gatorade now so that Greg Cody can taste
We'll
Gatorade.
get him the zero sugar one.
No.
Yes, please.
Full experience.
Okay, never mind.
Lucy, you were at Rutgers this weekend. I could not believe that your Iowa offense, I assume they scored all 38 of the points. I was really confused by seeing Iowa and a 3 in front of their score without the 3 being just the only number. What happened there?
Well, first we ran back the opening kick, so special teams was a part of that. They just kept scoring. Rutgers' defense is insanely bad, so that's how Iowa was scoring points, and it turns out Iowa's defense might be bad. Something I want to talk about with Rutgers, it's one of the weirder game day experiences I've ever seen. One, they had the situation from Jersey Shore throwing out T-shirts.
Oh.
That was awesome.
He was so bad at it. He was throwing them all
he
like to the
wasn't
same
good.
3 people.
It wasn't good. And like, I was an Iowa fan, obviously, and I was really sad because I was like, he's not going to throw a T-shirt to me, but it was still very cool. Rutgers also has a petting zoo. outside the stadium before games. Sure. Why not? And it was the highest attended game in Rutgers history, like 55,000 people. And there was one point in the game where they were just giving out free flat screen TVs. Like they had cheerleaders and the basketball coach going through the stands and giving people free flat screen TVs for going to a Rutgers game.
How do you hold that the rest of the game?
Oh, I know. That was my question. I didn't get one. And so they were like, okay, everyone in every, so we have one person in each section who gets a free TV. And me and my brother, so I took him, this was like his graduation gift. Congrats on graduating, Jack. That we got front row tickets for like $50 on the Game Time app. So they are desperate for people to go to games. So they were like, yeah, we're just going to give out some TVs.
What is the most unwieldy thing that you could give someone that would be hard to get back to your car in the parking lot? Like a fridge? Like what? What are some of the things?
An anvil.
A flat screen TV seems hard.
And it was like in the student section. That's where the men's basketball coach was giving them out. And I was like, that has to be dangerous. Like someone's going to take that TV or they're going to jump on that TV or they're going to puke on that TV. And so I don't know the logistics of it, but I thought it was really cool.
We have Tony out in the field. We're going to get his top 5 in a second, but they've been kind enough to bring us 3 different Gatorades here. We have lemon lime, we have fruit punch, and we have orange.
First sip, you got to go
Those
orange.
are the classics,
You got to go orange.
Yeah.
First sip ever.
Go-to flavors.
First
do the
sip
red.
has to be.
Okay.
Wait a minute. First
No,
sip.
do red.
Lemon lime is the first
orange
sip.
has to be your
Do
first
the
sip of
red.
Gatorade.
What?
Red.
You think red is the first?
Wait,
well,
hold
but
on, Greg. I'm going to
yes.
get you water to cleanse
is
your palate.
everything going to
Yes,
get
thank
worse after he has the red? Shouldn't he start with the
Build
classic lemon lime?
I don't want to drink from all 3. That
Just
way
take
they're ruined.
first take a sip. Wait, we're going to all stand here. We're going to watch here as
What
Greg
looks the
Cody.
best to you?
Which would you like to have first?
Okay, first of all, let me ask a question. Is this the one that ruined Diana Rossini's carpet?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, look, they all say on it, there's fruit punch, orange, and I believe lemon lime.
Put it on the poll, please, at Batard Show. Best Gatorade flavor, lemon lime, orange, or fruit punch. Let people choose.
Cool
You should
blue
probably
It's
get it in
blue.
from a cup. Yeah, there you go.
This to me is the least repulsive looking.
Orange
I'm
is
telling
the
you,
least
you're a
repulsive
Cody,
looking.
I'm a Cody, I'm an orange man.
Okay, I'm going to try the orange.
Okay.
You're going to try all 3.
Am I? Okay.
Okay,
Yes,
but
you
you're
are.
going to give us your historic. He's lived 70 years without sipping Gatorade. We will see what his thoughts are
I can
on
just
this.
take
I don't
a
get.
little, right,
Oh,
from
because
each?
other people could drink. Like, why wouldn't you just drink it out of it? But okay.
Well, because then it's wasted if he
Right.
doesn't like
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Am I judging these 3 in order?
Well, you're going to first give us your assessment. Let's have you do the classic. This is the original.
It
Lemon
is.
lime is the original. So you try that one first, and you tell us what you think of lemon
I
lime.
can't believe you've never had a Gatorade.
I worry he's not going to like any of these.
Okay, this
because-
was invented at the University of Florida, true?
Yes.
Okay, because this looks like Billy Napier's urine.
Not Santa Fe.
The yellow one.
Does
okay,
it?
you ready?
How do you know what Billy Napier's urine
Because
looks like?
all urine
Hold
looks
on, lay
similar.
out here. I want to hear the sip.
Wow. A little tart.
It's lemon lime.
Okay,
yeah.
I know. It's appropriately tart. Sugary as expected.
I think you like it.
I don't hate it.
You are smiling.
I don't hate it.
Don't
I
hate
gotta
it.
admit.
All right, let's see. I
I'm
think
glad
you're-
it's not carbonated. I'm glad it's smooth.
Yes.
Did you think it was carbonated? You thought
I
it was
wasn't sure.
carbonated? Okay, you weren't sure. You're going to have more of it, though. You're going to sip even more of
Okay,
it.
that's not bad.
All right, so
That's
you like the
pleasant.
lemon lime. All right,
Pleasant
so
surprise.
which one are you going to now?
This
Do you
is
want to
the-
do like a number score?
Well, cleanse your palate. I gave you some water
Oh,
to cleanse
good
your
point.
I
palate.
gave you
yeah.
some water
This
there.
is the orange.
Too much will get your heart racing.
Wait, are you
I'll tell
cleansing
that.
right now, or is that the orange?
That's cleansing.
Okay, good.
Orange. Doesn't thrill me as much as the yellow
You
one.
like
Turns you on.
You're right.
yellow bit better?
You're
He
right.
likes the lemon
Yellow
lime
has a little
better.
bit more
All right,
Yeah.
let's, now
to
let's
it,
try
you know.
fruit
Gotta kick-
punch. Let's see what
cleanse.
you've got
Yeah,
after you
cleanse the
cleanse. A
palate,
good
yeah.
cleansing, yes?
Now you're getting the best one.
No, this is the worst.
You guys all believe? Oh,
I'm an orange guy.
Don't taint the jury.
Yeah, exactly.
Quiet sip.
No. Yellow.
the classic.
Wow.
He's
That's
an-
crazy.
Nobody agrees with you.
Because it's a little tart.
Okay.
My
there it
tongue,
is.
my taste buds.
Could it be
preferred.
that the first one, the way it jumped at his tongue, like that's what he like?
Or it can just be his opinion, and he's entitled to that as an adult
Yeah.
man who knows what his tastes are, as opposed to his son who knows better than him about all things.
They're
No one
all
picks
they're
on
all too sweet. This would not be my go-to drink.
They do have a Gatorade Zero, Greg, with no sugar.
I would try that.
Yeah? Okay.
I would try that.
You didn't get a Four Loko
next week.
either,
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to combine all three.
No, don't do that.
Wow.
Lucy,
Yes.
don't do that.
I
Lucy,
like that.
Lucy, good talking to you. Thank you for being on with us. We'll enjoy your work next week. That's the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
That's the Kool-Aid. You just did the Kool-Aid, man.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, now
I gotta get out of here.
it's
I
like,
gotta
it's
go.
like he's watching lion videos all of a sudden.
You ain't lying.
At Sierra, discover top workout gear at incredible prices, which might lead to another discovery. Your headphones haven't been connected this whole time. Awkward. Discover top brands at unexpectedly low prices. Sierra, let's get moving.
Eczema isn't always obvious, but it's real. And so is the relief from Ebglyss. After an initial dosing phase, about 4 in 10 people taking Ebglyss achieved itch relief and clear or almost clear skin at 16 weeks. And most of those people maintain skin that's still more clear at 1 year with monthly dosing.
Ebglyss, lebrikizumab, LBKZ, a 250 milligram per 2 milliliter injection, is a prescription medicine used to treat adults and children 12 years of age and older who weigh at least 88 pounds or 40 kilograms with moderate to severe eczema, also called atopic dermatitis, that is not well controlled with prescription therapies used on the skin or topicals, or who cannot use topical therapies. Ebglyss can be used with or without topical corticosteroids. Don't use if you're allergic to Ebglyss. Allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Eye problems can occur. Tell your doctor if you have new or worsening eye problems. You should not receive a live vaccine when treated with Ebglyss. Before starting Ebglyss, tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection.
Searching for real relief? Ask your doctor about Ebglyss and visit ebglyss.lilly.com or call 1-800-LILY-RX or 1-800-545-5979.
When did making plans get this complicated? It's time to streamline with WhatsApp, the secure messaging app that brings the whole group together. Use polls to settle dinner plans. Send event invites and pin messages so no one forgets Mom's 60th. And never miss a meme or milestone. All protected with end-to-end encryption. It's time for WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone. Learn more at whatsapp.com.
Dall-ASS. Batard.
I want to address Tony and all men who would wear that shirt in public.
Stugotz.
Don't do it.
This is the Dall-ASS Batard Show with the Stugotz.
Tony is out in the field, and we're going to get to his top 5 here in just a second. But before we do so, I did want to talk about something that we have not yet talked about today. And I was very loud in my criticism when Disney and ABC pulled Jimmy Kimmel off the air. So last night, the news broke that Jimmy Kimmel was returning tonight. He was returning. Now, a couple of interesting and funny things about this. One, in their zeal to kill late-night television, they've just rejuvenated it, because I suspect a whole lot of people will be wanting to hear what Jimmy Kimmel has to say today.
Big number tonight.
You would assume
But online
so.
the next day, probably on Twitter, they'll watch what he said.
Yeah. I also, but I think this might be one, actually, one of the rare ones. I think America will give it a bigger number than has been gotten by that show in a while, because people will want to know immediately and not wait until the morning what Jimmy Kimmel has to say about everything, because it's been such a public thing. I also think that Colbert is looking around like, what about me? You made mine about money. The way that you framed mine was exclusively about money, when I don't believe it was exclusively about money. I believe money was one of the factors. But Jimmy Kimmel, and I had this conversation last week with Mike Ryan, in which he was saying that Disney and Bob Iger were in a tricky spot. That's why he's paid $65 million a year. Like, it's real easy to lead in not tricky spots. You're asking a CEO, I should say, he made $65 million a year the year he was paid the most. Now he's merely in the 30s and 40s because Disney is doing less well.
I know, Dad, it's a lot of money.
But Disney executives got together, ABC executives got together, and they made the correct decision because of public pressure, not because of actual courage. These corporations just put a finger in the air. They wet their finger, put it in the air, and then see which way the customer is blowing. And in this particular case, you had almost total alignment in a way that made me hopeful between Republicans and Democrats that only seems to have been caused by Epstein so far in terms of issues where we can have total agreement. It seems like a core principle here in free speech. We're against pedophilia. We're for...
I still haven't released the list, so...
Free speech. No, but I'm just saying that Republicans and Democrats have been in consensus.
Are they?
Wanting the list?
I mean, there's been votes, and it hasn't come out. Yeah.
Wanting the Epstein list? You don't think that that's something that people want? You don't think that public opinion has shown...
Saying the votes have stopped it from coming
I think
out.
The public has wanted it, but the people who have the actual authority do not.
Yeah, that's all we're saying.
Okay, and I'm talking about Republican and Democratic voices. I wasn't actually talking about the power. I'm talking about the consensus in the public opinion of how it is that people align to put pressure on corporations so that they fight back when the corporations won't fight the bully. What just happened here is Disney got scared of the amount of cancellations and the amount of noise and just went with public opinion here. They've still got a problem because these Sinclair, if you know how the local affiliates work, Sinclair and others are still going to do what they did when Sesame Street originally a long time ago dared to have minorities on television. You still have local power that's not going to air Kimmel tonight. There are going to be plenty of places that don't air Kimmel tonight. And again, it'll be something of a rejuvenation for late night television because people will be wanting to see, it'll be temporary, but people will be wanting to see what it is that everything that's going to happen around Jimmy Kimmel going forward. But this is fairly seismic, the idea that they would reverse course on what was federal interference, censorship. They reversed course because of public opinion. That's encouraging that the public made Disney fight.
Absolutely. I don't think it's overstating it to consider this a very small victory for democracy and freedom of speech. I know that sounds ridiculous, but in the times we're living in, I don't think it's an exaggeration. I think the people spoke. I know people in my life who canceled Disney over this because it was such a... First of all, Jimmy Kimmel sent condolences to Charlie Kirk's family. Okay, Jimmy Kimmel never criticized Charlie Kirk. He criticized MAGA for capitalizing on the Charlie Kirk assassination. So the whole thing was misconstrued. Kimmel did not deserve to be let go. It was a violation of every tenet of freedom of speech. And so this feels good. It feels like a small victory.
So if you cancel, do you resubscribe so then they can boast that their subscription numbers are way up? Or do you now just miss the show that you were fighting for coming back on air and then the numbers are down?
That's a good question. I don't know how to
We're in quite the pickle right now.
Put it on the poll at Le Batard Show.
My movie theater sells pickles.
How much?
It's $2.99.
Damn.
Really? Movie theaters sell pickles?
Mine.
My God. That is so weird. I never knew. Haven't been in a movie theater in 10 years.
Dill.
Maybe about 5 years ago. During the pandemic, we went to see Rocket Man.
Of all times to go to the movie theaters, you went during the pandemic.
Yeah, it was weird.
He's a big Elton John guy. Before that, it was Swing Vote.
It was indeed.
Put it on the poll at Le Batard Show. Do the people who canceled their Hulu subscription now uncancel their Hulu subscription because of the news that Jimmy Kimmel is indeed returning tonight? Let's go out to Tony here. Tony is on Biscayne Boulevard. Tony's top 5. He's got a sign he's holding up. Honk if the Falcons clowned you 30-0 Panthers.
Oh, Dano, it's Tony's top 5, and it's presented by Smirnoff, the official vodka sponsor of the National Football League. Smirnoff, please drink responsibly. The Smirnoff Company, New York, New York. Vodka, 40% alcohol by volume.
Let's listen here closely. You're going to turn the music down real low so we can hear if anyone does indeed honk if the Falcons clowned you, Tony. Explain to me the sign that you've got up there, please.
Yeah, Dan, thank you. Started raining a little bit earlier, so my makeup might come off here on my nose. But the sign is honk if the Falcons clowned you. Last week in my Tony's top 5 OLI, I said the Falcons are going to surprise people, and boy did they. They surprised me and made me look like an idiot. After I said they were going to be good, they lost 30-0 to the Panthers, who haven't been good in 3 years. Come on, buddy.
A
lot of hesitant honkers, by the way.
How many honks have you gotten so far?
I've gotten 10. I've gotten a good 10 honks. I think people read the sign, then realize what the sign says, and then at about the light back there is when they honk.
The situation that you're in, though, is the same one that Greg Cody is in. That did not sound like a real honk. That sounded like Chris Cody produced a shitty honk from artificial intelligence. That is not. I want real honks. I want authentic honks. I want to be a credible honking establishment.
Here we go.
All right, hold on.
Here we go. Come on, this guy's got it. Right here, buddy. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, he pointed. He pointed at me.
Yeah, that is not a real honk. That is
wow.
No, that is you made the Falcons also made Greg Cody look bad this week because he said the Falcons were good after they beat the Vikings, and then all of a sudden I see Kirk Cousins out there last week.
Yeah, awful.
Yeah, that was a bad sight.
It's a little wordy, that sign. I think people read the word honk. They're going by 40 miles an hour. They read the word honk, and by the time they get to if Falcons, they're past. They don't know. What's he honking about?
Yeah.
What am I honking about?
Nobody's going to honk here at
Yeah! Let's go! Over right here. Here we go. That guy was on his phone. No biggie. All right. Here we go. Here we go.
Do we have OLI?
All right, we're going to start off. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We're starting off in the OLI. Falcons didn't surprise anyone but me with how bad they played. That was first OLI right there. Falcons clown the boys. What do you think about that, guys? Yeah, thumbs up.
I think you need to stop interacting with the traffic and just plow through these.
Are you sure? I can get one more.
No, please just stop.
Oh, that guy gave me a thumbs up. He gave me a thumbs up.
That's not the finger I saw.
Not helpful. Thank you. Don't interact with
this
traffic.
This guy's reading it. Hold on.
Give me the top 5.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Shout out to them. All right.
Enough.
All right. Okay. Serio. By the way, there is a big mahong here on the floor that I have to navigate and make sure that I don't step on it.
You can stand anywhere you want.
Number 2.
Why is there
I know, but the thing is, as I get closer.
A dog turd? Yeah. Somebody just left a dog turd on the sidewalk?
Right
Probably a dog.
Yeah.
A mahong?
Yeah, tremendo mahong.
Patrick Mahone?
Mahong.
That's what he's looked like so far this year.
All
right, blur that. Blur that. Yeah, blur that.
All right, we don't need it. We don't need it.
The thing is, as I get closer,
blur that.
As I get closer, like I can step on it. But all right, OLI number 2, Dallas, more like Dall-ASS.
Nice.
Thank you, Greg.
Very nice.
Mini Pearl. Number 5.
Number 5. I want you guys to throw up on the screen. Lewis, throw up on the screen for me. I love the throwback jerseys around the league this week. Patriots were in the reds. I love that. The Bucks were in the creamsicle, but like the alternate creamsicle with the white and the cream, which was beautiful. The Jags had like their old school Jags logos. Very, very fun around the league to see what teams were throwing it back.
The Bucks uniforms were really cool. Number 4.
Beautiful. Number 4. Lions steadied the boat, Dan. Lions steadied the boat.
The boat was rocking?
Boat was rocking after week 1. It was like, okay, wow, Ben Johnson's gone. What is this team going to be with no Ben Johnson, with no offense that they had for a long time? The lady's not paying attention.
Number 3.
Then they obviously... Oh, okay. Number 3. Hold on, let me see if I can get this bus. Here we go, buddy. Here we go.
I want you to stop.
Oh, it gave me a peace sign.
That is not a real honk.
There it is. Thank you.
I don't believe that's a real honk.
Number 3. Number 3. Dudes like that should not be running 19 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Dan, I got in my car yesterday, and I went 19 miles an hour, and I was like, oh, this is what he was running. Wow.
Number 2.
The guy didn't honk. Number 2, Baker's a top 5 QB in the league.
Train coming by.
I have asked you to stop interacting with the traffic and mercifully get us to the end of this, please. Number 1.
There was a train. There was a train coming. I had to get out of the way. All right, Justin Herbert, number one, Justin Herbert has already had the best throw of the year. Rolling to his left, throwing around the linebacker on a strike to a touchdown to Keenan Allen. Best throw of the year. We can send it in already. Nobody's going to beat that throw. Best throw of the year. That's Tony's top 5. Let's see if I can get one more honk out here, Dan.
Greg Cody agrees with you on that
What
one.
a throw against his body.
You.
He throws a rope.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Greg.
See
You're
you
welcome.
later, Tony. Thanks for being the clown.
Here we go. One more. Yeah!
Thursday night football is on, and it's only on Prime Video. This week, the Seattle Seahawks face the Arizona Cardinals in an NFC West showdown. Birds versus birds. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with football's best party, TNF Tonight. Not a Prime member? Not a problem. Simply sign up for a 30-day free trial. It's the Seahawks and the Cardinals, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Prime Video. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.